sauce,
Yeah,
but
like my pussy gets wet from solving equations.
That's offensive.
So you're stuck in like a unit with people who you can't speak English to.
I literally go from like paying someone's rent, buying someone a new phone, to like, y'all want an ant farm? Like, that's my brand.
Fox News saw that I was in New York and I posted on Instagram. They literally emailed me for all the rights to it. I went viral. It was on every news station out there.
hello, welcome back to That's Offensive. I was waiting for another clap, wasn't sure if it was happening. But this is the podcast where people get easily offended by everything I do and probably a lot of things that my guests do too. So I have a guest here today. Her name is Ara.
Hi.
Hello, introduce yourself.
I'm Ara. I'm Persian. I'm currently living in Canada, but traveling around like a gypsy. Mm-hmm. What else would you like to know?
That was a good intro. I wanted to
Amazing.
start off because I think we both have some nerves. All right, I'm going to hand you my phone. So to make it interesting for our listeners, since we can't post other people's boobs on the internet, fair enough.
Fair.
I'm a little lost,
I don't know.
but fair enough.
Okay. People post my boobs all the time.
So describe the boobs and then guess if they're real or fake, and just extra points if you can guess whose they are. But
Okay, I like
that's hard, so no pressure there. So I'm gonna hand you my phone and describe the boobs.
They are tanned. They look fake. Very perky. Mm-hmm. Someone with short hair. Short, dark hair.
So are you guessing fake?
I think it's fake. I think it's 95% fake.
It's real.
What?
Yeah, she pushed her boobs up to try to trick you.
No. Wait, is it boots?
Yeah, I knew it. With the hair. It was the hair.
But that does look fake.
Yeah, she pushed them up.
I love that for her.
All right.
Okay.
Next
sis.
segment. Or not next segment. Next picture.
There's no hair in this one.
There's no giveaways.
Okay, this one's real. 100% real. Mm-hmm. White girl boobies.
White girl boobies.
They're like pink. That's the only reason I said the nipples are pink.
Yeah. Nipples are pink. Are they big? Are they small? What are they?
Big. They're bigger than the last boobs. I think this is like a C cup.
Okay.
C cup real white girl boobs. Let me think. Nala?
Uh-uh.
I don't even know if Nala's white, but I think she's Latino. One of those girls, what's her name? Ashley?
Mm-mm.
No.
All right.
Emily.
Dare.
Oh, I never saw her boobs yet.
Yeah. We haven't collabed. We need to see each other's titties.
Yeah, I need to see more of the boobs.
And the bonding.
Wish I did everybody show your boobs.
Well, she wasn't part of the orgy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why.
That's exactly why I don't know what her boobs look like.
Okay, real or fake?
Dexter, 100%.
That's Dexter.
Real man boobs.
The real man boobs. I was trying to like mix things up. Just do fake.
I was about to grab it. I was like, oh.
Dexter, 1000%. You can tell by his tattoo and his small little nips.
I've seen him shirtless many times.
Yeah.
Not like in a sexual way, because he's always like shooting girls.
Yeah.
In the sun.
Getting hot. All right. One last one. Real or fake?
Real. Be Your Wild.
Mm-mm.
I should have looked at the rings everyone's wearing.
She's like, I'm looking for all the
clues.
all the clues.
I don't even know what ethnicity she is. It's so hard to tell.
Well, her boobs are fake.
They're fake.
Yeah.
Wait, Tori?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, her boobs are real.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Fake boobs.
Ding doo, ding doo. It's Jessie.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, okay, Jessie.
She got some nice boobies.
Yeah, they look real. They look good.
Honestly, fake boobs are sometimes really hard to tell.
Yeah, they are. Unless they just got them done, like it's like.
Oh my god, mine were up to like my
Yours are
collarbone.
fake?
So this is a skill set you don't acquire.
I cannot tell.
Well, that's good. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, a lot
You
of
could've
guys I've
fooled
hooked
me.
up with are like, yeah, they're fake as fuck.
Maybe like if you get a good feel for it.
Yeah, a little good feel, little pinch.
Little nibble.
It's on the game that we were playing last night because we were having an orgy, and before we were like rolling dice. And what did some of the dice say?
Spank my nipple or something.
Pinch.
Nibble. Pinch.
Pinch the toes.
Pinch the toes. I had to slap someone's like legs, but I ended up licking the legs instead. I was like, I don't really
Sensually licking.
Like, I don't know. There was a lot happening. There was a lot of different sex toys involved.
Oh yeah.
There was rules. There was clear rules for everybody to abide by.
There were. It was like girls on the bed were like down to get fucked by another girl, and then
Yes.
girls around the bed had to like lick each other's nipples.
Yeah, I mean, I was all for it. I did get involved with the girls on the bed for a second.
Oh, did you eventually?
For a second, I licked
Oh,
a
yeah.
nipple.
Like a nipple. She's like, oh, I'm so excited for the orgy, like coming in, and then she's like on the sideline.
I'm like running away. They're like, all right, it's your turn.
Hey, we're still using the double-sided dildo.
Oh yeah, you have one?
Yeah,
You
I
have
got
your
it.
other one. Okay.
That's
Perfect. We'll use that tonight.
yeah. Hey, wink, wink. All right.
Maybe another orgy. We'll figure it out.
Another orgy. That was really past my bedtime. I was struggling.
Yeah, I saw that. You were like, all right, this is over. It's my bedtime.
Everyone else was like
I did
getting
the
drunk
same
or
thing.
doing mushrooms, and I'm like, I'm sober.
I felt the same way.
Yeah. Well, you have a drink.
Yeah, I had a drink too. I'm like, oh. Y'all don't look.
So, to get into who you are, because you're the star. You're a little big star. I don't know where I was going with that. So where are you from?
I was born in Iran. I moved to Canada when I was 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
And right now I'm not like from anywhere because I travel a lot. I was living in Tulum for 9 months, and then now I've been in America for like almost 6 for like 5 months. But as a Canadian, you can only be here for 6, so I'm gonna be traveling to Europe soon.
Oh.
I'm like a little gypsy. I just like go with the vibes. I get somewhere I like the vibes, I'll stay. If I'm not vibing, I'll go to the next place.
Okay.
But I like traveling a lot.
Got it.
So I don't really know where I'm from. I'm from Earth.
Yeah. You're from Earth. So how was it growing up in Iran? Because I know you mentioned that there was a little bit of a culture shock when you moved to Canada. So like, how was it growing up there and then moving?
So it's very different in Iran. So the girls are all covered up. It's a Muslim country. So the rules of the country are pretty much the rules of the Islamic religion. And if you're not Muslim, you still have to so if you come there, you have to abide by the rules even though you're not Muslim.
Okay,
So
got
you
it.
would have to wear the scarf, you would have to be covered up. If it's, time that everyone's fasting, you should be fasting, but all the stores are going to be closed, all the restaurants are going to be closed. So, they expect everybody to act a certain way. And you're really not supposed to be in relationships with guys unless you're married to them. And there's very strict rules of the country.
Got it. So were your parents very involved with the culture there?
They were a little. My parents are my whole family is very open-minded. I have a lot of family that live in Europe, and before I moved from Iran, everybody that I knew lived in America and other places. So they were more open-minded, but they just know that they have to go by the rules so they don't get arrested or they don't get in trouble with the government or anything like that.
Okay, got it. So how was it like moving to Canada, and why did you move?
So my parents wanted a better life for me than they had because it's hard, especially as a female living in that country. Your opportunities aren't as equal as men. Even if you're going to university and stuff, my mom was telling me stories about her. She would have her purse checked. They would go through her purse, and if she had an extra bra or something, they'd be like, oh, you're an escort.
Really?
But she's like, I'm married and I was staying at my husband's house. I'm coming to my class today. I just have to get a change of clothes in there. And they just think of the worst things. And it's taboo, and they could take you to jail and arrest you and all this crazy stuff. And you don't have rights because you're a female. So unless your dad or your husband comes, then you're not really like, you don't have a say.
Got it.
If you're not like abiding by the rules.
So when you lived there, were you able to go to school or like?
Yeah, I went to all girls school. The schools are like separate, girls and boys are separate. So you're not going to school with like a bunch of females and males. It's all girls. And like across the street might be like all boys school. So I'd be like saying hi to the cute boys, but like I'm not supposed to be talking to them. Like, you know, I might get in trouble or something. But like I like the boys. Like, hey, holla at me.
So we're like, you're not allowed, quote unquote, to have a boyfriend when you're that age, but
Right.
did you?
Yeah, I did. He like lived on my street, and we'd like talk through the window and be like, okay, let's go on the streets and play at 6. All right. Like, we'd be like playing like hide and seek. But like it's like taboo. You're not supposed to be like, if the cops come up and they're like, oh, who is that? And you can't be like, that's my boyfriend. You have to lie and be like, that's my cousin. And then if they take you down to the police station, they call your parents and they're like, oh, my daughter's with who? No, that's not her cousin. Like, then you're kind of like in trouble. So they didn't want me to go through all that stuff. They wanted me to live in a country where I'm free to be who I am, live as I want to, and make choices as I want to and not have to. So that's pretty much why they moved from Iran to Canada. So I have those opportunities that they didn't have.
Got it. So what was the culture shock like moving to Canada?
Well, number one, there was boys at my school.
Like a foreign concept to you, but like
foreign. The funny story, one time this guy kept telling me I was hot and I didn't speak any English, and it was in the middle of the winter.
You didn't speak English coming to Canada.
Right.
When did you learn how to speak English?
I think like 6 months into living in Canada, I after going to school with people, I had to like kind of just like learn. Bringing this example of this guy telling me I'm hot in the middle of the winter. And he keeps telling me I'm hot every single day. We're like leaving class. He's telling me I'm hot. I'm like, I don't understand. I go in the dictionary. I look up the meaning of hot. I'm like, I'm not hot. I'm freezing. How does he know my temperature? I don't understand what this word means. Like, I was so confused. And then finally, once I figured out the lingo of like just different things, like raining cats and dogs. It's not actually raining cats and dogs. I figured out hot meant like he's into me. And this was like in grade like 5. I was like, okay, cool. That guy thinks I'm cute. So I can say people are hot. That means like I'm into them.
Yeah.
I learned that quick.
Were you like a boy crazy girl growing up?
Yes.
Do you think that had anything to do with the fact that like you weren't supposed to have boyfriends?
Maybe. Yeah, I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah. You're right. Maybe this is a therapy session.
That's my goal. A fun but serious therapy session. I think a lot of the time when you aren't allowed to do a lot of things, like the strictest parents or like the strictest cultures bring out like a lot of the crazy in people wanting to like splurge and do all these things that they felt like they couldn't do the whole time.
Yeah.
So even when you lived in Canada, did your parents let you have boyfriends, or were they like still, you know?
They were still kind of, especially my dad had that like mindset of no boyfriends until like you're 18 or you're moved out or until you're married, like, you know? So my dad has always had that mindset. So when I had boyfriends, it was kind of like a secret. Like I would kind of tell my mom about it, but like not really. I couldn't bring them like over to my house or anything.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have like family dinners or anything. Actually, my dad refused to meet my like ex-boyfriend, which was from like 4 years ago, because he was like, I don't know, he's not from our culture. Like, I'm not going to meet him.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I'm like kind of warming up my parents to the idea of, hey, I might be dating people from other cultures. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. I was in one of the past episodes, Bianca and I were talking about how like with parents that don't understand, it's like if they're open to it, helping them understand can help your confidence, help the relationship and stuff like that. So do you think that's something that you've been doing with your parents?
Yeah, I've definitely been doing it with my mom a lot more, and then she kind of eases my dad into it.
So did this have any effect on like your sex life growing up? Like was there, what was that like?
I didn't really have a sex life growing up because I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends. And I actually got bullied in school for being like
a virgin?
promiscuous, and everybody would bully me and say I'm not a virgin, but I was a virgin until I was 21, and there was all these rumors in high school about me, but I tried to keep that virginity thing because I was like, my parents, like, you know, my culture, you're technically not supposed to lose your virginity until like the day you get married. That's pretty much how that culture goes. So like, I don't really think that's gonna fly with me, but I'm gonna like keep it going until as much as I can. I thought this whole like fairy tale losing your virginity thing was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. But I did keep it until 21. And then I finally, like when I was in university, I was just like, all right, like I just want to be free and do whatever I want to do.
Be a little hoe.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone needs like university hoe face.
Yeah, because like how are you supposed to ever find your soulmate if you didn't like go through the wrong people, or you're like, okay, I don't like that. I like that, but like I don't know. Like you got to keep, I feel like, practicing and seeing what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
And I think chemistry is really important. Like not every person has chemistry, so I feel like it allowed me to be more open.
Exactly. So the way you grew up and not being able to have boyfriends, were you also not allowed to dress a certain way? Were you allowed to wear short shorts, bathing suits, or was it very covered?
Yeah. So being from Iran, my dad is like covered. No bikinis. If we're going to the beach, you're wearing a turtleneck, like type of dad.
You're wearing like a marshmallow suit.
It's like summer, I'm wearing shorts. He's like, what are you wearing? I'm like, shorts. He's like, where's your pants? I'm like, these don't count as pants? All right. So yeah, my parents are very strict about clothes, mostly my dad, especially from the culture, but I think it's just the way he was raised. He just has that mentality, which I've tried to like teach him a bit. Since I am an Instagram model posting my butt all day on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think that's not really what he was expecting his daughter to be doing, but I'm just trying to give him a more open-minded look at the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because I post my butt doesn't mean like I don't have a brain.
Usually girls with big butts, like if you know how to monetize off it, I think like you're pretty fucking smart.
Exactly.
Do you think that growing up the way that you did had an impact on like your sexuality and kind of embracing yourself as like a sexual being?
Yeah, I feel like I restricted myself from being so sexual for like a long time because the bullying thing, being Muslim, like strict parents. So like I said, like until 21 while I was in universities, finally when I was like trying to get into it, like exploring my sexuality. But yeah, I think I forgot the question actually. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Do you think like it affected the way that you viewed your sexuality and like the way like I'm trying to think, but like
if you had sex it was bad or something.
Like if you had sex it was bad. Like for example, like just to put this into perspective, so like when asking about like your sexuality, like I didn't want to make an OnlyFans because it's like I was oppressing my sexual part of myself, and like I was thinking like in my head like my parents wouldn't want me to do this, so it's like I was oppressing my sexuality for other people and like the judgment of society. So especially with your culture, do you think that just what was the transition like to where you are now?
So the transition was actually kind of hard because I was working in engineering, like 9-to-5 corporate job. So it was not only like the family and culture thing that was hard for me. It was also like working that like 9-to-5 corporate job and what my coworkers were going to think of me, as well as what my parents and family and everybody was going to think of me. So yes, it was hard to transition into it, but I saw it as an opportunity. While I'm young, I'm confident, like there's only a certain window for me to be a model and like be proud of what I look like. Yeah. Once I have a kid and I have a family, I don't really think that's like the life that I would want to live. So I think in my head, I was rationalizing it like this is the moment for me to do this while I'm young. Yeah. And then once I'm older, I can always sit behind a desk or, be a mom or be conservative and be sexual behind closed doors. Yeah. But it was hard for me to like, leave my job and like tell my family about it. But
so we haven't gotten into the engineering part yet. So you went to college. You are or were a chemical, correct, engineer?
Yes.
A smart ass fucking bitch.
Yeah, I know a lot of calculus and physics for no reason now.
Oh God, calculus was like my favorite subject.
Me too. I love math. I'm actually a nerd at heart.
Yeah, like we're kind of internet P stars, porn stars.
Yeah, like my pussy gets wet from solving equations. I used to get excited like when I was in university, like I'd be studying for all my other classes and I'd be like, okay, I'm doing calculus. I'd be so into it. I'd have my like Kanye playing. I'd be like going in, like just like solving it. Like I'm like, yes.
Yes. And then you had a job in chemical engineering, and then that's when things started kind of going south, right?
Yeah. So I was always like doing Instagram in high school and stuff while I was getting bullied. Like that was kind of like my outlet of getting away from the people that I was in school with. And the internet seemed to like me. I would post a selfie and I would have all these random people being like, oh, like, we love you, you're beautiful, all these reposts and stuff. So while I was working the engineering job, before I got the engineering job, I went really hard on Instagram and growing it because there was a time between where I graduated and finding a job. And that was like a long time. And throughout that time, I was a bottle girl, I was a server, I was a bartender. At the same time, I was working on my social media, and I had a premium Snapchat at the time. And that was just like a way for you to get added back to my Snapchat if you wanted to talk to me. If you were like an Instagram fan and you just wanted to like be able to say hi and for me to open it. That's what that was. And then as time went on, I saw that my serving job made more money than my engineering job that I finally got. So I was like, okay, let me like see what this premium Snap is about. Like I could have like a second source of income from this. I started going hard on that, and then I sold my first masturbation video. I think it was like $700.
I think the most I've gotten is like 150.
Really? This was on premium Snapchat days, so they had to like send you the money.
This is before OnlyFans was a thing, and vagine. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't say the word pussy. But it's really hard. But like now it's just so readily available.
It's readily available everywhere, on Twitter, like everywhere. But yeah, no, this guy was like my fan or whatever, and he really wanted to see it. I was like, all right, whatever. $700 is what I make in 2 weeks as an engineer. Like, let me just. And then 3 minutes later, another person was like, do you ever do masturbation videos? And I was like, actually, I just made one. Like, I didn't tell him that. I was like, oh, I'll make you one. $700. Made $1,400 in like 10 minutes.
Crazy.
And that was like my whole paycheck as an engineer. I was like, wait, there's people that are doing this. Then I started researching into like webcamming. And I think there's this like cam movie on Netflix. I started watching. I was like, wow, this is so cool. There's this whole like thing out there that you can make money online from being hot. And doing, like, pleasing yourself at the same time. I can make money off of this. But then I'd be, like, going to my engineering job. I'm like, damn. Today, like, at my desk, like, oh, I hope nobody sees the stuff that I took on my phone yesterday. like my boss coming over my shoulder. I'm, like, editing a booty pic. Like, sorry.
Sorry, sir.
But then, yeah, my mental health started declining at that corporate job. And I just didn't see myself as the CEO that I had always envisioned myself being as a little girl. I've always saw myself being a CEO of my own company. Yeah. And I didn't see that happening working there. I just saw everybody like really not being happy after years of working there. I'm like, okay, this is not the same path I would like to go down. And there's an opportunity here with social media. And if I just spent time traveling, meeting people, networking, figuring it out, I can really like make this a career. And like, and you know, just work for myself, be my own CEO, which happened. You know, I manifested this life.
Do you think part of the reason that your mental health was like declining at your job was because like you felt like you were living for someone else, or you felt like you weren't being true to what your brand was and like what you wanted to be?
Yes, 100%. Because I used to find myself texting my dad, be like, Dad, I'm making money online. Like, I could leave this job and do it. And he's like, no, you know, you have to do that job. And I was definitely, you know, trying to make my family happy and proud. And all that stuff.
I mean, how did you finally decide like that you were going to live for yourself versus doing what like everyone else wanted you to do?
When I would sleep and it was just me.
So your sleep helped you decide what you wanted to do?
Like, I'm gonna start crying. But like at the end of the day, it's just you, right? Like your parents could care about you and want you to be a certain way, but it's you sleeping with your own thoughts. So if you're excited to wake up and do that job, great, but I wasn't. I wasn't getting excited to get out of bed every day. I was getting depressed. I was like, is my mental health and my happiness more important than making my parents happy? Yeah. And I feel like they could be happy if I just made so much money, because money's a big issue in life, right? If I just made so much money that I could just solve all their problems with money, then it doesn't matter, like, what I'm doing online at that point. Yeah. So I was like, money makes me happy. So if I just make a lot of money, pay off my student loans, and help out my family as much as I can, then I'm happy. Yeah. And I feel like they'll learn to be happy eventually. Sorry, I'm crying.
Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
Okay. Hug break. Hello. I thought this would be a good time to maybe make her laugh a little.
Yes.
Let's
do that.
So we don't fuck up her makeup more. So I was gonna do, well, you're going to do fuck, marry, kill. Gotta decide. I just tried to decide between 3 completely different people and different things. So Kevin Hart, Shaquille O'Neal, and Drake.
Definitely marrying Drake.
Marrying Drake.
My Canadian boy. You know, he's meant to be with a Canadian girl. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. I don't even know what Shaquille O'Neal looks like.
Shaq?
Oh, wait, no, I know what Shaq looks like.
Yeah. Now he's known as DJ DEELZ.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he like plays dubstep. Gets played so much fucking money, and I don't think he even produces music.
Wow, this is news to me.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times live.
I have to check out one of these shows.
He did a B2B with, I think, Excision at Hard Summer 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah. Was that him?
Where have I been?
Yeah, where have you? I mean, it's because it's DJ DEELZ, not like Shaq.
That's true.
Is playing. It's like,
I probably thought it was like some random person.
yeah.
Who's that? Okay, so maybe I'll put him as. Who was the other person?
Kevin Hart.
I feel like Shaquille's gonna have a bigger dick.
You like the big dicks?
I like, yeah, bigger than average.
Yeah.
I'll go fuck Shaquille, but Kevin's gonna be funny.
He'll make some jokes that'll make you squirt.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm like, some of the things that like would make me wet, I feel like would be some of his jokes. But then Shaq, on the other hand, dubstep makes me horny. I'm not sure about you, but Shaq would like play some dubstep, and I'd be like, yes, daddy.
Dubstep doesn't make me horny, but like tall black guys make me horny. Like lift me up and like throw me around.
I don't think Kevin could do that.
Yeah, Kevin. I might have to pick up Kevin.
You pick up Kevin and like throw him across the room.
I'm like, this is what I meant. Yeah, so I think fuck Shaq, kill Kevin.
Okay, fair.
Sorry, Kevin. You can still slide in the DMs.
All of them can slide in the DMs.
Yeah, y'all can all slide in the DMs, especially Drake, my husband. I'll be waiting for you.
Like ASMR.
It turns into ASMR all of a sudden.
I'll be waiting for you. Oh my God, I can't even do it for you boys. So, how did you start in OnlyFans, or when did you start after making a Snapchat Premium?
So after Snapchat Premium, I was taking payments through PayPal, and PayPal shut me down.
No way.
Yeah, PayPal was like,
They don't allow
They're
porn?
like, bitch, we know what you're doing. I was like, yeah, you're right. So I did Patreon, and then I was deciding between Patreon and OnlyFans. I saw girls had both. And being in Canada, it's like there's not many people doing it. So I had to like find American girls and be like, hey, which one do you use? How do you like it? And I just got on Patreon first, and it was cool, but I heard about OnlyFans when I went to Miami on a trip. Actually, my birthday trip, I went by myself. None of my friends could afford it. I was like an engineer. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Miami. I think this is like, this is where I'm going to like learn about like social media the most. So I went to Miami, and I was doing a photo shoot, and one of the girls there, she had an OnlyFans. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, how do you like it? She's like, it's cool because you can send stuff in the DMs locked. And I was like, whoa, you can't do that on Patreon.
So Patreon, because Patreon.
Everybody knows what we're talking
yeah.
about this one.
I haven't ever had a Patreon. So it's like, so you can't send mass messages on Patreon.
I don't think so, unless they changed it since like 3 years ago. But
okay.
Yeah. Like
so
at the time, you could just post on the feed, and there was like different tiers. So you could do like $5 tier for like not so many, like maybe like holding your boobs or something, and then like $10 tier maybe for some nipples, and then $25 maybe for like full nude or something, you know?
Yeah.
But then it was a lot of work. I was like, I would rather just send whatever is $25 a month in the DMs for the people that want to see that, and unlock it, you know?
Yeah.
So then I made an OnlyFans. I switched over quickly, and like then I just stayed with OnlyFans. But that was 3 years ago. It was in 2019.
Oh wow.
And me making an OnlyFans was like February of 2019. I left my job March of 2019, And then I just kind of like packed all my stuff in a suitcase, went to Miami, and I was like, this is where I'm going to learn how to grow this and like really like make this into something.
Miami is a great place for OnlyFans. So is LA.
Yeah.
Apparently, as I'm learning on this content trip, so was Austin.
I mean,
Texas.
you got to be careful though. If you are a girl just starting out on OnlyFans, there's a lot of random guys trying to sell you the dream, as I would like to call it, you know?
Yeah, they'll be like, I can make you like $1 million.
Right.
And they'll, oh my God, I actually had a guy do that. And he sent me a screenshot of like how much he was making another girl. I later found out that the thing was photoshopped and he was only my manager for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Because I found out he was just stupid and didn't know how to like sue me, so.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people out there like that, or they'll take advantage of you. They'll be like, this is the kind of content you have to make and sell.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what happened to me is I didn't know you could work your way up, you know, like you could even just chat with your like fans. You don't have to like, you know, post anything, but
yeah.
right off the bat, he like threw me in there like, this is what you have to do. This is what sells and all this crazy. I didn't really have the right guidance.
Yeah. And that happens a lot in this industry. And I think something that would be important for like the girls listening is like, you do not need to like handle peer pressure. Like I have a friend who's in the 0.01% and like making over 200 grand a month. And she like doesn't even show her tits. I'm not saying that's gonna happen for everybody, but like it can.
It can, yeah. I know another one of my friends, same thing. Like she barely used to show any nipples, and she makes more money than a lot of other people that I know.
Yeah.
So it's really about what your fans want to see, and you just giving like you don't give them what they want or they ask for. It's what you're comfortable with, but also having a strategy of making your money at the same time.
Exactly. Like for the girls that don't show a lot, there's like a lot of creativity in the process of like what they send out. The only reason, not the only reason, but like I do more because I'm lazy when it comes to that. And I'm like, yo, if I show my vagina, I know it's going to sell. We're done. That's all I have to do.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that heavily. So the lazy girl in me.
So lazy, right? What was the progression like for your OF content?
There was really not like a huge progression. I think I just dove right in.
Okay, got it.
Since I had already sold the $700 masturbation videos.
Okay, yeah.
I had stuff like that. So, and I was on the go. Like I was in Miami. I wasn't really like talking to the fans. So it was easy for me to just like send out a masturbation video. You know, so I kind of I didn't have the right guidance. I think if I had the right guidance, I maybe wouldn't even be showing as much as I do now. But
yeah,
I kind of just dove in and I was testing the waters, trial and error. But yeah, I know a lot of girls like work their way up too.
I think that's honestly the smarter thing to do because you can rack up more money.
Yeah, 100%.
And you can do it at like your own speed.
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of like, it's fun for the fans to see too, because they'll try to push you, but when you have your own boundaries and then you do things when you're comfortable, I think they like that too, because they're like, oh, she did this thing, like that's cool, I want to buy it, but you didn't force me to do it. Like I wanted to do that, like, and I got it on video.
Oh my God, I passed up a fucking opportunity when I first started OF for $1,000 for a masturbation video, and I was like, nope. And then a week later, I'm like, okay, and I forgot who it was.
Damn.
So just passed up on that money.
Yeah, it's really important to have the right guidance, definitely, if you're starting an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And don't just trust anyone that sends you a screenshot. Like, honestly, the only advice I could give girls is use someone's referral code, because that's how I actually started learning what OnlyFans is. I had mine, and this girl kept saying, if you use my referral code and make a new one, I'll teach you how to make as much money as me. And I was like, okay, let me make a new account under your referral code. I'll tell everybody to go over here. And she was really telling me what to do, which brought me like a lot higher earnings than I was previously making. So I think that would be the best bet, is just finding somebody that's already doing it, asking if you could use their referral code, and that way you're making them a percentage and they want to help you out.
Exactly.
And it stops you from like getting deleted on Instagram, like knowing what to post on other platforms and how to market yourself.
Although you just got your account back.
Yes.
I just got mine deleted. How long did it take you to get yours back?
2 months.
Oh, psh.
It was gone for 2 months, yeah.
Damn.
And that was my like 5th time having it deleted.
Really? That same account?
Same account.
Is yours verified, or
It's not verified.
Okay.
It was in the process of being verified, which delayed obviously the process. While it was gone, I couldn't do anything. But yeah, I heard verified accounts can't come back or something, or like
I've heard that too. Or it's like a lot harder, but then it's less likely that you'll get deleted.
That's what I heard as well.
Yeah. Like you have to post some crazy shit to get deleted. Like you see what Tana posts, you see what like
Bella Thorne,
Riley Reid. Like I could never get away with any of that.
Riley Reid got her page deleted.
But now she's posting again.
Well, yeah, she's at 1 million verified again.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you guys delete her but now verify her new account?
Exactly.
Please make this make sense.
It was just I think the purge that they were doing.
Yeah.
And
I think there is just something that is stopping them from wanting to like us girls on Instagram and other platforms.
It's so unfortunate.
Can't put my finger on it.
It might be our vaginas
probably
on the internet.
I don't know. Everybody wants to get inside them and see them, but if we're trying to monetize them, apparently it's a big deal.
Yeah. Did you have a boyfriend when you first started your OnlyFans?
No, I was single at the time.
Okay, got it. So you didn't have like anyone like altering your opinions or putting their opinions like, or did you have any friends doing that either?
No, I didn't have any. I had nobody doing it. Like I didn't know anyone doing it. I was in Canada in like this town that nobody really did social media. The only thing that was like stopping me from like fully going for it was my parents and my family. But no, I didn't have a man or anything stopping me. I know a lot of girls have boyfriends or husbands that are like not cool with them doing it.
Well, do you have a boyfriend now?
I don't have a boyfriend now. I'm kind of like seeing someone.
Okay.
I would like them to be my boyfriend.
You're saying if they want you.
If you want to be my boyfriend and you're watching this, make it happen.
Make it happen. So how does he feel about the OnlyFans content, or do you even care how he feels?
He's actually in the industry. He's a photographer.
Oh, okay.
So
sick.
he shoots all the girls like photos and stuff. So he's cool with it. His ex-girlfriend used to do the same thing. So he's very supportive and like wants to help. And
like, does he make content with you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's like the number one thing. Like, do you want to make content?
I know.
You don't want to make content? I don't think it's gonna work. Because it makes me like excited that someone like wants to like help me and like help my career.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand. Like, oh no, like I don't even want you doing that. It's like, well, I'm gonna
Excuse
be
me.
doing it anyway.
I know, it's so funny because like a requirement to date someone for me now is like you have to make content with me because otherwise you're just holding my career back.
Yeah. You have to understand that that's like how we're building our careers. So like at this point you have to make content. Later on you might have to like do my taxes for me, but
yeah. So does your OF affect your relationship at all? Or it just
in general,
helps?
like meeting guys and stuff, yes. Because if I meet them off Tinder or somewhere and they get the Instagram page and they see that link, they automatically guys think, oh, I'm just gonna sleep with her. That's it. Oh, this easy, like just those words.
Do you like douchebags usually, like frat douchebags?
No.
Okay, I'm like, that sounds like a frat douchebag thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think people's mentalities are like that, even if they're not. Like they'll just treat you like
Okay,
that, or
yeah.
they'll treat you different just because you have an OF. So I have like a bunch of like Finstas of myself that have like 5,000 followers or something that don't have anything. It's just like clothed photos. So if I meet somebody that I like met off the streets or Tinder or something, I'll give them that so they can click the link in the bio and find out I'm just a regular person now. You have to treat me like a regular person. And then if I feel like sharing my job with you, what I do for a living, then that's my choice. And you can, if I feel like I should share it with you.
Yeah, and it needs to feel like a safe space for you to be able to like share that with a new partner, because some people be tripping.
And people don't really know how to act either. It's like, oh, just because I have an OF doesn't mean like if we're at a casino you can just grab my butt or things like that.
And I have to say, I don't know if you've noticed this trend with a lot of the girls here, but like some of these girls are like the least hoary, and I don't even like the word hoary, but like they don't sleep with a lot of people.
Right.
And
same.
Yeah, like I don't, you don't. I mean, there are some girls that do, and like all the power to them, but there is just this like misconception of like who we are as people, and like that we're promiscuous, and I mean, who cares? It's not their business.
Yeah, it's not their business, but they just assume that even if you're not. Like I'll go months without having sex because I like to have sex with somebody that I like.
Yeah.
I don't want to just have sex with anyone just to have sex.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's see. How do your parents think about your OnlyFans?
Well, my dad doesn't talk to me.
Uh-huh.
He actually got a screenshot of my oily booty Instagram pics from my aunt 3 years ago.
Wow. So has it been like 3
Or
years?
Like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It was right when the pandemic, like right before the pandemic started.
Okay,
so like
got it.
2 years ago, like a year ago. I don't fucking know.
I think it's like a year and a half.
It was like February 2020.
Okay. So yeah, year and a half.
Yeah, and then so instantly he was just like to my mom, like, what is going on? What is she doing? But I'm just wearing a bikini at the beach. Like, you don't even know what actually is going on on my website at this point. But he wasn't cool with just finding the bikini photos. I don't really know if he knows about the OnlyFans, like, in detail of what I do or what goes on in there.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm an Instagram model and I have like my own website that I sell my content on. He doesn't know specifically what kind of content. I'm not sure if he's went looking for it or not.
I would hope he wouldn't. My dad did.
I don't know. I think my cousins in Iran might have sent him the link.
Oh. Oof. Yeah.
So after that was in December, I think, when that happened. I haven't really been like home in Canada because honestly, I don't really love Canada that much anyway. But that's one of the reasons. Like, my dad doesn't really talk to me or like support me like he did before. But my mom loves it. She doesn't love it, but she loves the life that I'm living. She loves that I'm shooting and networking and making money, and I'm, wanting to buy a house and just growing as an individual, learning about life. Like, she doesn't care what I do. She's like, whatever you do, just be the best at it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're gonna plant flowers in gardens all day, like just be the best florist that there is, or you're gonna like be an engineer, be the best engineer, or OnlyFans girl, whatever. Like, just do the best that you can at whatever you're doing. That's kind of her motto, which I love.
I love that, and I'm very proud of you for like everything that you've done, and like it just sounds like you've grown a lot, and it's like, I can relate with having like strict parents, but it's like from where you came from, I can only imagine like what the journey's been like to become who you are and become this like bad bitch who just like walks in a room and is like, all right, who wants to get crazy? And like, those are the vibes I got from like, all right,
who want to suck my pussy?
That's later. Babe, we do this in private.
Sorry. Wrong platform.
So let's see what we're like. Let's just talk about some of your crazy fucking stories. Like, we talked about some like really serious stuff. Let's talk about like your party stories, your eating vagine stories, your sitting on the sidelines of an orgy stories.
Well, my first threesome was with a very famous rapper.
Oh.
In Tulum with my best friend. And the said rapper. But I actually, that started as an orgy and then it turned into a threesome.
Okay.
Because the other girl that was there, she wasn't into like black people, so she was like, she wanted to like go down on the girls, but she didn't want to like do anything with him. And
I can relate to that.
And he was like,
yeah,
I'm the rap. Like, in his head, he was just like, no, you gotta go. Like, but yeah, that was like my first. And then after that, I mean, I guess I've been in like all girl orgies and stuff like before that. But like one with a guy in it, that was like my first time.
Oh, do you consider yourself bisexual?
I don't know. I'm like into girls, but like I wouldn't ever like date a girl. Like, I feel like I just like dick a lot. So, but I feel like certain girls like turn me on, or like, like I like making out with girls or hooking out with girls sometimes. Like, it's fun, but I couldn't like be with a girl.
So that's bisexual but hetero-romantic.
Okay,
there
we go.
I just learned that terminology too because I thought the same thing. I'm like, I can't say myself dating a girl, but like when a girl eats my cooter, I just started saying that because of TikTok, because it's the only thing that doesn't get deleted.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna use
that. And then TikTok sometimes says like scooter, so it definitely doesn't get deleted in like the subtitles. But okay, what's your drug of choice?
I like weed. I don't know if you consider that a drug, but I smoke a lot of weed every day, all day. I like mushrooms.
Ooh.
I like 2C. I don't know if you know what that is.
I've heard of it. It's like a big drug in Miami. I know that, but like not as much on the West Coast for whatever reason.
It's like pink cocaine is what they kind of like call it, and it's like a pink powder, but it's not like coke. Like, I used to do a lot of coke like a couple of years ago, like when I was in university and stuff. Like, I feel like everybody was always doing coke, But I didn't like it. I would like be laying in bed and I'm like, I can't fall asleep. And then the next day I would just be like weird. And I'm like, okay, I got to stop doing that. I tried this 2C drug.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like Molly and Coke mixed together. It's not actually like chemical properties, but I don't know, like the feeling it gives you, you're just a good vibe.
Does it make, I thought that 2C made you trip. Does it not?
No, I mean, I've never taken, like, maybe if you take a fuck ton, but I've never taken that much. But it makes you just like vibe, kind of like Molly does. But you do it like you would with Coke, like you would just keep doing it. Like, Molly, you just take it once and you're good kind of for a while.
Okay.
And then what I don't like about Molly is the next day, you're kind of like, your life is over the next day.
Yeah.
But
the
with
serotonin.
this drug, you're fine the next day, you can live.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
What?
we gotta try it out. We gotta try it out together.
Yeah. I want to come to Miami with my dog Wubs.
Yeah.
We could party it up. So what is your craziest like boy girl and girl content that you've put out?
I think it would be, I made a video with Tucci Cash. I don't know if you know who that is.
I do not.
And her man, who actually just passed away like a few months ago, but and Patty, who is here now. So that was crazy because I've never like hooked up with like a couple with like a friend. That was crazy. The orgy last night was kind of crazy, but I wasn't really that involved.
No. I got fucked with a dildo and it fell off because we were just going that hard.
Oh shit.
Like a strap-on
So
peg.
you weren't satisfied with the orgy last night?
I think there was like, I can come when it's like me and like one other person or
But
like
there's
two
too
other
many
people.
people, yeah.
There were so many people that I was like, this definitely feels good, but like I was nervous.
Yeah, I feel like there was too many people. Like if I am gonna do something,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want so many people
A
there.
smaller orgy, yeah, definitely.
Smaller orgy.
Where we're all like great friends. I remember everyone else seemed like they knew exactly what they were doing, and I was like, I've only hooked up with a girl like 2 or 3 times, so I was like, I think I put my finger here.
Yeah, like I haven't hooked up with girls that many times, but that's why I was like kind of intimidated too. I was like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
But I was kind of a part, but not really a part. You just have to see the video for yourself. Or the videos.
The video's worth it. I mean, hey, you're there observing with your orgy underwear on, so
You did have the orgy underwear.
Can you describe your orgy underwear for the viewers?
It was a pussy on my pussy. Wait, where does this go? Am I allowed to say that word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was an underwear with a kitty on it, and it said lick it before you stick it.
Yes, and then she did.
And then there was another kitty on the back. And then I was wearing my OnlyFans shirt.
Yes, ma'am, on brand.
My orgy fit. Outfit of the night.
Outfit of the night. All right, this one last question for you. This one might be a hard one to answer, but would you rather never drink alcohol again or never make content again?
Never drink alcohol again.
Okay. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
No, that 100% given.
I mean, yeah, because we can just do drugs.
We could do drugs, and my content makes me money, so
Oh, and money. I think money gets you off.
money gets me off.
Yeah, dubstep gets me off, and
literally,
money
talk
gets.
about money, and my pussy's wet right now.
Ooh, like a Kim Kardashian.
This is a great podcast. You made me cry. You made me come.
All right. Do you have any last words for the viewers?
I love you, and use a condom.
Or, yeah, use a condom. Be safe.
Be safe. I mean, unless you guys are dating and like it's serious and you're exclusive.
The most like off-topic final words. All right, plug yourself everywhere.
Ara Queen Bay on Instagram.
One
Twitter.
R.
One R. I'm
Yes.
sure you'll put it here somewhere.
Yes,
on the
we
screen. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the same. And my TikTok is AQB13 because I got deleted like 100 times.
Girl, I feel you. I get all my shit. All right. I think my Instagram is going to be back by now. So my Instagram is what is the deals. My backup is deals and dubstep. If all of those fail, it is what's the deals with 2 C's. This is just like my third backup. Follow this podcast. That's offensive. On OnlyFans, find me at onlyfans.com/daddydeals and onlyfans.com/DJdeals.
And subscribe.
and subscribe. Ask for the orgy.
Ask for the orgy. We'll give you a discount if you come to the podcast.
Use discount podcast. All right. All right, we're out, bitches.
Peace out.